Focus, people. Let's stay focused. So, Popovich, Greg Popovich, going off because uh, he lost Kawhi Leonard with a injury to the foot. He said Zaza Pachulia, however you say his name, stepped up under him, came down, landed on his foot. I think it's a re-injury. Somebody help me out on that. Anyway, so the Spurs are the Spurs are reportedly not going to be able to. What is this? It's only game two though. But anyways, they think because Kawhi Leonard is not there that the Spurs will not beat Golden State at all. Nah, listen, people. Let's stay focused. You guys know that I think that the NBA is fixed, and there are fake plays that are made in order for one team to win, and they always pick somebody to do something. What's up? And I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it's a good chance that Kawhi Leonard was targeted and that him and Zaza are both in on it. Now, Skip Bayless is like, look, he's like, look, I thought that we were going to get LeBron James because he thinks that the Spurs has, Cleveland's number. And see, Skip Bayless should have called me first because I would have told him that, according to what I believe, there's no way that the Spurs are going to beat Golden State. It's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now, I can't see not one logical way for them to beat them without there being complete anarchy within basketball. Like, it would be so obvious that it's fixed. But there's no way. It's just not going to happen. Now, what I do think it will happen is they might go to Game 7. I think that series is going to go to Game 7. It'll look like the Spurs is going to come back, but it's not going to happen. And I'm going to tell you something. Ever since the Raptors last year, when they missed those 11 foul shots against Cleveland, and then you look at Golden State playing Cleveland and the foul against LeBron James, and then by Draymond Green, and then Steph Curry being fouled out of the games. When you start absorbing that, you start looking at how they make certain plays within basketball and how they make those plays change the tempo of a series. Now, you guys can call me goofy. Some guys want me to shut the hell up, and other people are just, they just go off on me. But the people who really look at it and start plugging it in like a mathematical equation. Hey, how you doing? I'm all right. What's up, B? And people who start plugging it in like a mathematical equation, you can look and see very clearly how one play will not only change a series, but it will dominate a series. One injury, one flagrant foul. Now, let's talk about who's who when it comes to the flagrant foul. See, Popovich said that Zaza was somebody who committed flagrant fouls earlier in the season. And I keep telling people this over and over. If if you have somebody like Zaza or Draymond who are committing these fouls, it is more easily digestible to the fans to look at those incidents and go, this is what they do. And that's true. It is what they do. It's like we expect them to do this. And that's exactly what happens. And you soak it in like, ah, it's nothing. Draymond Green kicked somebody in the nuts again. That's natural. Zaza jumped on somebody's foot. That happens. It's like, what? Wait a minute. Why are we just accepting these people to just commit these flagrant fouls, and then they're not getting punished? See, Popovich is on to something. He was like, yo, he's not even gonna get punished. And then Kawhi was like, I don't think he did it on purpose. My antenna just goes up whenever I see that, because Silva be handing out fines left and right, and I'm telling you, man, there's something not right about this picture. I'm telling you, the Spurs, even if they go to Game 7, it's over. And they asked Popovich, how hard is it to win without Kawhi Leonard? He was like, that's a dumb question. Why even ask that question? He's pissed off. He's like, why even ask that question? Another mistake Popovich made was he spoke out against the president and said he's running the White House like a game show. And I'm like, for one, you are in a position of power, Popovich. And there are, people that you owe your allegiance to. You watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any, you know, love for the way that our system is being ran. But if I was in that type of arena where I make my money off of the public and public opinion can sway, you know, a GM can just give it to you right now, Mr. Popovich, and say, hey, you're fired. Because that GM knows the value of keeping his mouth shut. Like, knows the value of keeping his mouth shut. So, you know, I don't I don't strongly suggest Popovich make those type of statements anymore. He can just say I disagree with what the president's doing, and that's completely okay because it's politics. Not everybody agrees. As a matter of fact, it's politics. It shows the disagreement. That's why there's two major parties, and of course there are other parties because people disagree on how you run pretty much the planet, but how you run America. So I just wanted to, go ahead and put my 2 cents out there. You guys tell me what you think because I think that I think Kawhi's in on it. I think he's in on it. I think Zaza's in on it. Hell, I think Pop is probably in on it. And I don't think what happened to Kawhi was an accident. Not one bit. I think it's just the way it is. Short tone, 2 Peace.